Hello and welcome to the Audio Dad Chronicles. I'm Shale, and today we are continuing our journey that is Wren's Vincent's Tale with the bedroom. So at long last, Wren is back with the next chapter in the Vincent's Tale saga. This is The Bedroom. The series, which has been loosely inspired by Vincent Van Gogh and has been taking us through quite the journey that was interconnected with the Tales of Jenny and Screech and Violet, and now introducing new characters like Richard the cop. Richard the cop, who took the life of Screech in a previous chapter of that series, and now we are getting to revisit it a little and see the story unfold in a deeper and darker ways sometimes. So here we are. This will be the bedroom. So let's just get right into it, because this song is 10 minutes and 26 seconds long. And I do believe that this epic journey is the single longest track in Wren's entire discography. It surpasses even High Ren, which was 9.5 minutes. And that is really saying something. So, wow. Let's get into this one, because this could take a while. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I know it's going to be brilliant. Here we are with Vincent's Tale. Nice touch with the paint splatters. Ah, there's Wren in a cell. Interesting. Are we getting a one take? This is live, with the guitar in the background. More on that in a second. That guitar is dead sexy, though. Is that a relic, or does Wren acquired a vintage guitar? Love the whammy bar work. Oh, I like that. Tasteful use of the pre-bend and release. Brett is such a great lead player. Love his feel. Are we getting lighting effects again? Harkening back to High Ren? I saw a little flicker there. Whoa. Okay. Gotta take a quick little pause there. Looks to me pretty convincingly, quite convincingly, that we're getting one of Wren's infamous one-takes. But when we first entered the cell, Wren's hands were not on the guitar. They were somewhere else. So my first thought is, oh, okay, well, it's not a one-take. Even though he's got the microphone and the guitar and everything, and they start playing lead over himself. But that's when I thought about it for a quick second. That red pedal on the ground, that's a Boss RC500 looper. I think what we might be seeing is, as the camera was coming into the cell and as it was coming around the corner, Wren may have been actually playing guitar. A looper pedal, for those who don't know, has the capability of recording your instruments. So you plug in your guitar or voice or whatever you want to do. Some hip-hop and rappers and beatboxers use them to layer down, their vocal effects and such. I can't do them now. You're going to try. And they will loop it by hitting a record button at just the right spot, and then it starts playing their part over and over again. And you can step on those other buttons and stack different layers. So I think Wren has recorded the rhythm part right at the very beginning. We see him clicking off the button. And then he's beginning to play the lead over top of it live while it loops in the background. Fascinating. Wow. Okay, well, sorry to do this to you, but we're backing it up. I got to pick out a few more little details and all that. I mentioned the pre-bend and release. That's another guitar trick. I think what he's doing at various times when he's using that whammy bar to do those pitch bends to warble the effect is he's pushing down on it, which lowers the note. Then he's hitting a string and bringing it back up again. I don't want to call it an advanced trick, but it's tricky. It's really hard to get the timing of that down, and that just had so much feel to it. We're gonna do the unforgivable. We're just gonna back it right up to nearly the beginning, anyways, and bring it back in the cell because I want to hear that solo again. That was tasty. And do fill me in if any of you all know about that guitar. Ren, looking at you. Anybody else? Is that a relic guitar? Is that an actual vintage guitar? My first instinct, for a few reasons, when seeing it up close when we saw his body, is to think it's a relic guitar or a custom shop, Fender custom shop, certainly. Let me know. I'm curious. Watch his foot. I think he's preparing now to play the lead part over it. That guitar is gorgeous, though. That is definitely an RC500. Second pedal on the right to trigger something else that it can do, whether it's starting and stopping a loop or recording a new layer. Very cool. Great shot. Camera work, as always, stellar. Feel it.
Have you ever felt anger?
Pain. Have you felt pain?
Vincent felt
cold. Love the callback already.
Impotent, empathy castrated. Look for the new thing. Always look for the new thing, but never look inside. Never look within, without, above, below. Same thing. Wait, it gets deeper than that. The insane thing is sane men living in insane terrain, contort insane brains that are kind of the.
Okay, sorry to stop it right again. I won't back it up this time, I promise. Loving the callbacks already to several of his other songs. Just really cool. The way he's throwing the bars down, like I said, calling out other songs, lyrical flows that he's utilized in the past. And the music stopped there for a brief moment and then started again when he wants it to. I guarantee, because Ren always does these one takes, and they're real. He doesn't fake a single thing about them. Guarantee you, his foot is clicking that left button again to start that loop over. Guarantee it. Too cool.
Strange without the factor of cause and effect. Factually, the man's a casualty of constant neglect.
Watch that. I'm going to back that up there. I hear. Look at his left foot. The music is silent, then it starts again. Look for that. Here it comes.
I never look within, without.
We don't see his foot here, but watch his left leg.
It gets deeper than that. The insane thing is sane men living in insane terrain, contort insane brains that are kind of deranged. Strange without the factor of cause and effect. Factually, the man's a casualty of constant neglect. Let's start at the start. Vincent was born in the dark. Home birth to a mother, painted scars on her arm. Track march from the dragon, China white in the palm. Shooting up the birth canal, Vinny fell out like yarn. Tumbled out, himself unraveling, and that was the theme. Exceptionally average grade, sprayed with low self-esteem. From the fire to the frying pan, painting it green. When it's the cash that rules everything around me. Cream, get the money, funny Vinny. He weren't ever good at hustling, shitty jobs that he was dead and stocking. Started a combustion, nothing. Pulled him out of debt, the debt collector's rushing to be stripping him of everything. Eventually, there's nothing. The cycle is a cycle for a psychopath on ice. The day repeats, the days, the weeks the most your life. When the day's done, it's the same one. It's a repeat, it's a rerun. A deja vu religion, a foreboding of a prison. Whole Britain, Great Britain, Hell Britannia rule the waves. We started out with intentions and we ended up like slaves. Drink to kill the tension, but the drinks cost your wage. What helps you is what kills you when you're living 2D.
what imagery. The lyrics in this, so dark. I'm not even going to try to repeat some of those, just the reference to the junkie mother and the way that the baby just came out and just, what an image. Very dark, but very on point with the message he's trying to create and the world he's trying to create for this character. Wow.
And you rule the wave. We started out with intentions and we ended up like slaves. Drink to kill the tension, but the drinks cost your wage. What helps you is what kills you when you're living too deep.
I love that. What are you grabbing? Oh, it's a flask. I thought it was going to be a harmonica for a second. You never know with Ren. He plays a lot of instruments. Oh, I think that was real. That wins.
So it goes. Vinny starts to drink to let go. Soon he's drinking, cause when he don't drink,
because of course you gotta go
every
reggae.
day is a day on death row. So we drink so we don't have to think. Mercy.
Yeah. We gotta talk about this set just for a real quick second. This is reminiscent, I mean, intentionally so, of Vincent Van Gogh's The Bedroom, obviously, hence the name. And I mean, I'm no art guy, but I've seen the painting. And you take Ren out of this, and this is it. Paintings on the wall, the bed, the very small little room. What an incredible set. I know that Ren spent a long time looking for this exact scenario, this exact room. He put out a casting call for location and nailed it. Love the sunflowers on the wall. We got to see Vincent's painting on the right there. What an aesthetic. Crazy.
Every day is a day on death row. So we drink so we don't have to think. Mercy.
Again with the flickering lights.
Days bittersweet. When the spirit that's inside of him sinks in his teeth. And the months turn over, May to October. More days pissed than the days he spent sober. Skin looks older, demeanor gets colder.
That's drinking.
Sledgehammer swing to that chip on your shoulder. A cold prison deep in alcoholism. 40% proof, no juice. Inhibition get loose by the
It's a struggle.
booze when we're living for the booze. Who's who he lose himself to? One too many, 1, 2, 3 shots down. Drown those sorrows up in London town. If we in for a penny, we in for a pound. Fate comes full circle. Now it's Vinny boys round.
The story's been coming full circle several times. Oh, there it is. So cool. That was the painting right there. Wow. That's so amazing. Okay, so that almost had like a finale-like sound to it. What's coming up? Are we going to see it come back around to Ren? Is he going to be standing? Is he going to be back in the seat? It's just find out. Oh, we do get an edit. All right. Love the graphics. Very old school, VHS, distorted 90s hip hop.
Simon starts singing as the screws murder silence. Stand on my Miranda, my right to remain violent. One man's resistance is another man's tyrant. When tyrants
I
make
love
the
that
law, they go
effect.
to war
This
with
pixelated
non-compliant.
distortion.
Vinny been locked up since his mother knocked up. Kitty grew up fast, pulled his socks up, chop chop. Keep that credit top top. Time is money, tick tock. Quantify the price upon your soul and then it's chop shop. Not particularly special. Vinny spent his life a vessel for the musings of the devil. Repetition caused some issues, turned a hide into a jackal. Building pressure in the kettle, bubble up to boiling level. Ooh man, he's a mad lad, falling on the warpath. Vinny split the atom like a Nagasaki bloodbath. Skies are raining black ash, copper car lights flash. Red and blue kaleidoscope, some folks don't like that.
Oh, quick little pause on this. Love this vibe. Great editing, really cool effects. This it's like you're watching an old VCR, and it's just warbling and breaking up and just nailing the sound and the vibe that he's after with this real classic hip hop look. Very, very cool.
Never mind, just a victim of society, the one that serves you alcohol
Love the
and sells you
beat.
your sobriety, the one that sells you sex as it pedestals virginity, the one where we elect these lying pests with God ability. 1 to the 2 to the 3
Again
to the
with
1,
numerical
our boy spun
references.
his own
Counting.
web-fed tarantulas come like 9 to the 9 to the 9 through his crimes, timelines intersect. Richard's fate was designed.
Oh, is this a callback to Screech again? Oh, this just keeps coming. I mean, I guess what it's 10-minute songs. It's gonna go through a lot of places, but oh,
Richard's fate was designed.
but Richard discovering what he's done, the taking of Screech. 1, 2, 3.
Paint the picture, set the scene. It's 2019. Richard and a boy named Screech. The hands
Yeah.
of fate, they touch and read. Siblings buried, blood it bleeds. Etched in Richard's memories. Falls a model, troubled sleep. Takes a time of absent leave. Hitting the bottle to soften the blow in the walls of yourself, and there's nowhere to go. And his friends on the force, they don't call, they don't show. Go to therapy, raggedy, seem to plateau. When his popo went loco and woe so low that his mojo no mono rebound no yo-yo, and so the time it moved slow-mo. You see the case was
Ooh,
never
cool
closed, cause
effect.
the motive was confusing. Orphan killed his sister, but his sister was removed when the mother died in childbirth. But dying wound
There's the
life
wife.
brings the cycle of samsara.
Totally bringing this back around to the different aspects of Richard's tale, because it's Vincent's tale, but it's Richard's tale at the same time. And I do believe that's his wife lecturing him about his alcoholism and the pits of despair that he fell into after taking Screech's life. Wow. So deep.
The case was never closed cause the motive was confusing. Orphan killed his sister, but his sister was removed when the mother died in childbirth. But dying wound
Violet.
life brings the cycle of samsara. Always was quite amusing. Brother killed his sister, but
Yep.
the record seemed
Screech
to show
killed Jenny.
the brother never met his sister, didn't even know. So
Yep.
the tragedy
What a
was
story
catastrophe. A fate fucked up. Rich just losing sleep while his whole family's talked up.
Can you blame him? Oh. Are we in the therapist's office? Yes. That red in the corner?
The 5 stages
Yes.
of grief is a common psychological model, often used to provide reassurance to all those stricken by loss. For loss comes with a cost like frostbite, shockingly cold, paving the road to decomposure,
Like the vocal
decomposing
effect
your
with the
soul.
bullhorn.
One, denial, pretending for a while, reality retired, but everything is changing. Richie lost the will to smile, how to reconcile when murdering a child. The second stage is anger, feel it bubbling the bile. Anger, damn the man that served the hand that wrote the plan. If God is will that's good and grand, then damn we are. We all
Love
are
this
damn
warbly
forsaken by
sounds.
creation, revelations. Richard
Great
cannot
hip-hop
stand the
line.
third stage is
Have a trip
bargaining,
hop almost.
begging God for second chance. Lord, I know it is a reach, but I'm begging on my knees. Resurrect the boy James, resurrect the boy Screech. I'll devote my life to thee, I will live a life of peace. Stage 4 is depression, that's
Legit.
a lesson taught in grief. Depression, demonic light.
Sorry to quick pause. I didn't want to stop it during the 5 stages. Just quick shout out, acknowledgement to the different voices and effects that Ren's putting on. The bullhorn and bringing his voice really dark and quiet. Oh, so much
upon this
detail.
spark for life, no water is
This is going to
refreshing.
take
No
like
sunlight
5
brings in
watches
warmth, no
to
sleep will ever bring
begin
resting.
to
It's
pull out
guilt
all
and
the
doubt,
Easter
oh,
eggs
so
going
loud, the
on
silence
here.
sounds so deafening. Depression, the numbing of expression, the negative obsession, ruminating in oppression.
Reverse
Stressing
sex.
is a lesson when your mind begins reflecting.
Richard
That's
selling
stage
it,
number
the actor.
5 is acceptance.
Oh. Yeah, and this is harkening back to, I think it was some in-between shorts that he released showing the journey of Richard pulling himself out of his depression and pulling himself back together. I think if I recall, his daughter's going to come downstairs in a moment. I think we're just seeing this scene again, just maybe from a slightly different perspective. Him getting ready to go back to work. Too cool.
Stressing is a lesson when your mind begins reflecting. That's stage number 5. 5 is acceptance.
Very upbeat piano. It's almost like not a sitcom, but like a TV music, you know, and it's uplifting and
Souls get shaken up. The road's never quite ideal, but slow rise does dust it off. And let me tell you something, Richie, man, I'm proud. Cause you pulled a stick from the scene, the wound was open weeping. Felt like a regression, but that flesh was set for healing. You wrestled imperfections, misdirections, what with demons. Most demons are a fallen angel, truth has double meanings. Perspective disconnects the trauma, trauma turns to lessons. The biggest curse you'll ever face could be your greatest blessing. Remember, in the darkest times, no need for second guessing. No path is ever linear, a stumble leads to stepping. You're a soldier, a scholar of life's sorrow, and day follows day. There will always be tomorrow when it gets colder. Whatever, it's only weather. Rain feeds the crops, let them grow, think clever. I'm so fucking proud of you, Richie, my boy. I know you're itchy, my boy, to get to work and deploy. Serve and protect my don, in for the right reason. I know you think you've done wrong, but look at who you become. It's your first day at work, big man. Hold that head up high, my friend. Come on.
What a redemption
story. We're all proud of you, Richie. I hope you get out there and smash it. I mean, what could go wrong?
You got this, good guy. Oh, Dirk. Okay. Wow. So, got a little emotional near the end, and that was incredible. Love that final note. It was a boom, big, deep bass, rewound the whole story. And we saw the entire thing unfold before our eyes in about 3 seconds in reverse, beginning with or ending with Screech face down in the dirt. Wow. That was incredible. I wondered what Ren would be up to with a 10-minute and 24-second long song dedicated to Richard's tale, The Bedroom. But that explains it. He just took us through so many different aspects, connected so many different chapters and shorts, and just so much about it. And to think that there's more to come. There's at least 1 or 2, maybe 3 more pieces in this story. What an incredible journey. My goodness. How does he do it? And like I said earlier, just the Easter eggs and all the little things going on in the background. It's almost one of those things that you want to watch it, like I say, 4 or 5 times to try to pick them all out, break it all down, and figure out exactly all the different things that Ren is calling out to, calling back to, the different lyrical motifs, the reuse of rhythms and sounds. And then sometimes you could spend all that time dissecting it apart just to truly understand every level and facet that he's going for, only to have Ren speak up in a chat room later on and say, "Nah, mate, you're looking too deep." Wow, that was incredible. Thanks a lot for coming along on a ride on this one. I cannot wait to see the next one, and I hope you join me on it. Peace, love, and empathy to you all. Good night.